Dear friends, welcome on conference conclusions. We are coming to the end of the conference. I hope you have enjoyed the conference and you have spent a nice day with us. Dear friends, I would like to share with you a few conference statistic data. We had 43 papers and more than 120 authors. We had more than 85 registered participants and many unregistered. We had more than 800 views. I think it is a really impressive number. Best attended was plenary session with exactly 219 attendees. Follows rotary screw compressor session with 107 attendees, session on reciprocating compressors, part 1 with 104 attendees, field measurement with 75 attendees, and so on and so on. Invited paper was attended by 36 people. Dear friends, we had issued abstract proceedings, papers proceedings, and conference video, which will be available tomorrow. These services, it means conference proceedings video, are still available after registration on the link to lobby or on the link we have sent you, where you can find registration. In this way, you can support our conference. Now, commemorative medal of Professor Aurel Stodola will be granted. Personality of Aurel Stodola was introduced by Professor Hromkovic, who is working on the same Technical University ETH Zurich as Aurel Stodola. Both are Slovaks. In 2017, the medal of Professor Aurel Stodola was granted to producer of heat pump with ammonia as a refrigerant and used for heating and also for cooling at the same time. This year, we have decided to award 3 of our celebrities, eminent personalities, who follow the legacy of Professor Aurel Stodola in the education of young scientists. The first is Didier Coulomb, the director of International Institute of Refrigeration, for the support of the young scientists and Conference of Compressors in Slovakia. Follows Professor Dariusz Butrimovic from Technical University in Białystok in Poland, and Professor Armin Hafner from Technical University in Trondheim for their support of the conference on compressors and refrigerants and for their support of young scientists with the highest number of presentation of our conferences during the conference history. So congratulations to Didier Coulomb, to Dariusz Butrimovic, to Armin Hafner for being awarded. I will clap my hand on behalf of all participants. Sponsors, they are very important. Finally, great thanks to our platinum sponsor, Secop, gold sponsor Emraco-Nidec, and silver sponsor Daikin, and to all registered participants who have ordered our services and in this way supported our conference. I would like to stress again that you can still order conference proceedings and video. Dear friends, I would like to invite the director of IAR, Mr. Didier Coulomb, for a few words, summary on behalf of the IAR Commission meeting, conference program, and conference future. Dear Didier, please take the floor.
Thank you very much, Peter. Thank you for the organization of this conference. I think it was really a challenge because it is the first time we organized this conference online. We were used to benefit from your country in Slovakia and from the various castles. We generally have very present events. So this time it was not possible, and you had to experiment an online conference. I think it was fine, and I now know the people who were attending the various sessions. I think it's very encouraging for the future. We spoke about the future during the Commission meetings today, and I will be very pleased to that the IR will continue to organize conferences with you in Slovakia. I hope next time on site, because I hope that the COVID-19 will be the issue will be ended this year. Our aim is to have a new conference on, well, I don't know exactly the title, because perhaps we will change a little the title in order to enlarge the scope with various issues regarding the equipment, especially safety. But it will be the next conference of the series, and our aim is to do it in September 2024, 2024 in Slovakia, even if there will be perhaps possibilities to do it online. The final decision with the final date, we will discuss it with Peter Tomlin, and we'll announce it as soon as possible. So I'm very pleased that we could organize this conference. I think even if it was in a different way to do it, I think it was fine. It was successful. So I hope the next one will be as successful, or perhaps even more successful on these issues on refrigerated equipment, because it will still be certainly in 2024 a very important issue. Thank you very much, Peter.
Thank you, Didier, for the nice words and conference support. Dear friends, honorary position of conference president is in rotation since the year 2017. The first president was compressor designer, Mr. Marian Blaha. Second, the university teacher, Professor Havelsky. And the honorary president at present time is Professor Dariusz Butrymowicz from Białystok University in Poland. Above all, I like to thank to Dariusz for being our president. Dariusz is my friend. We have made long walking tours around Paris and discuss our new ideas. I hope Dariusz's legs have already recovered from being on this long trip, and he was our superior celebrity. I would like to invite Mr. President, Professor Dariusz Butrymowicz, for a closing speech. He will introduce 6 recommended papers, the best papers in our conference, recommended by our reviewers to IJR, it means International Journal of Refrigeration. And I would like to ask him also to carry out the ceremonial act of handing over the honorary position of the conference president to the new conference president, Professor Armin Hafner. Dariusz, it is your floor now. Dariusz, microphone.
Unmute. Okay, yes. So just now
Yes, it is okay.
Okay. First of all, I would like to thank you very much for award. It was a mystery because you have not mentioned that I will be awarded. So thank you very much. It is great honor for me. But I would like to provide you just short presentation, just a few slides, if I can. The first presentation, very short. It is information that we have very special edition of this conference, not only because it is the online for the first time, So it is for us a very unique situation, but we could celebrate a kind of jubilee or anniversary this time because it is 10th edition of this conference. The first one, however, was organized in 1995. So that we can celebrate 25 years with the conference Compressors and 25 years with Peter Tomlin as the conference organizer, so that it is great effort, and we should also take into account that this great work was done personally by Dr. Peter Tomlin and with close cooperation with Slovak Refrigeration Association. And if we look back for previous 10th edition of the conferences, we see. So personally, I have been involved in with this conference since 2004. But this conference was very unique because we have, you know, have opportunity to see very picturesque places. We can just have possibilities to discover Slovakia and beautiful picturesque places, and also to discover all of the events which have been organized during conference. Probably all of the participants can remember Fuyara show, taste wine, and discover special and very tasty food and beer during the conferences. So these events were very, very special for all of us. So 10th special edition conference is unfortunately different, but I would like also to say that this conference is very special just because it is very unique place, also a unique opportunity to provide also the results of new solutions to refrigeration development, especially in the field of ejector system, application of waste heat to drive the refrigeration systems in very special approaches for development of refrigeration engineering, as well as this conference was the opportunity to also to take part in the technical tours. And this is special place because just in Slovakia are located manufacturers of the refrigeration compressors, so that it is unique place where you can find out possibility to visit the manufacturers of the refrigeration compressors. Also, this conference is created opportunity to people to meet together. Personally, I have opportunity to just start cooperation with many colleagues from Eastern countries, as well as with Chinese colleagues. So it was the additional benefit of this conference. So Peter, thank you very much for your 25 years operation with this conference, and it's very successful. And just my role at the end of this conference is to announce the best 6 conference papers. As Peter told, these papers were selected by the scientific committee, which means that were selected by the reviewers of the papers and the chairs of the sessions. So it was a quite large group of people, and there was voting on the basis of which the best 6 conference papers, which will be recommended for publication at the in the International Journal of Refrigeration, will be provided. I could say that the quality of the papers presented during this conference was very good, so that probably if we will have opportunity to select more papers, probably we will select, just because in many papers combination of advanced modeling, experimental investigations, and even applications have been demonstrated. So the level of the papers was really very good. New ideas have been presented in many papers which are above the conventional approaches. So I suppose that the provided papers will be also the basis for very good publications in future. As Peter said, so the honorary conference president is a rotational honorary position. So for the next edition of the conference, it will be Professor Armin Hafner, who is who greatly who was also very active during previous editions of the conferences and greatly supported this conference in the previous editions. And it is my privilege just now to announce the selection. The presentation is shared, I suppose. The best conference papers. And so there are no numbers. So the position of the selected papers is equal. So we have selected 6 papers. The first one, it is the paper provided by a group from University of Santa Catarina, Brazil. Tiago Dutra, Claudio Santos, and Professor César Deschamps for the paper Numerical Analysis of the Transient Compressible Fluid Flow in the Piston Cylinder Clearance of an Oil-Free Linear Compressor. Congratulations. The second paper selected by the scientific committee is the paper which was prepared by the research group, consisted of 2 teams. The first is from Sintef Energy Research, this Norwegian University of Science and Technology, and the company Maikawa. So for the paper titled Modeling of Dynamics of Ring Plate Valves in Reciprocating Compressors Using Coupled CFD FEM Simulations. Congratulations. And the third paper, it is paper prepared for the representatives of the SECUP company, Jan Tuchwojak, Eric Murakami, and Jan Bosani. And for the paper titled Liquid Slugging in Reciprocating Compressor. Congratulations. The next is the paper prepared by the research group from the Institute for Energy Efficient Buildings and Indoor Climate from Aachen University. And for the paper titled Evaluating of Refrigerants Using a Dynamic Reciprocating Compressor Model. Congratulations. And the next paper is the paper prepared by the research group from Universidad Politécnica de Valencia, Spain, and Escuela Superior Politécnica de Chimborazo from Ecuador, titled Characterization Methodology for Vapor Injection Scroll Compressor of Variable Speed. Congratulations. And the next paper, it is the paper prepared by the research group from SECUP company. And this is the paper titled Compressor Muffler Design Considering Fluid Structure Interactions. Congratulations for the authors of the best papers for the conference. Well, thank you very much for your attendance during this conference. We hope that the next edition of the conference will be organized in better conditions so that we can just once again can discover the beautiful places in Slovakia, I suppose. And so thank you very much for your attendance. And well, my role as the conference president will be finished this time. So thank you very much, Peter. So the stage is yours. Thank you.
Yes, yes. Yes, thank you, Dariusz, for your introduction of the best papers, and I thank you for this short glimpse to the history of our conference. It was a surprise for me. Thank you very much for this. As I can see, Armin is not connected. Maybe he is among participants, so he cannot make a short speech. So maybe he can write something on the slide, or but maybe it is not possible also. So I can only say that Armin said that he is honored and he will cooperate, and he is looking forward for our cooperation. So I think we can now open the discussion. So the place is free for you. So who have interest to? Yes, Armin said that he can see us. Armin, maybe you can write if you accept the position of our honorary position. Yeah, it is. Sorry, it is Sham. Congratulations. Sorry, it is not. See you next time. Best regard, Armin. Okay. Okay. It is not what we have waited from Armin, but okay. Maybe yes. It is floor is open, so we can discuss your views. How do you see the conference? What can be better? What is good? What is well? How do you feel this conference? So floor is open for our discussion. Maybe everything is clear. We had informed about everything, so maybe we do not need to speak more. So in this way, I can say that it is really the end of the conference. So great thanks to our platinum sponsor Secop again, gold sponsor Embraconidec, and silver sponsor Daikin. Great thanks to all registered participants who have ordered our services, conference proceedings, conference video, and in this way supported our conference. I would like to stress again that you can still order proceedings and video after registration at the conference. And this is already the final comment. And I would like to say stay safe and goodbye on the conference, IR conference on compressors and refrigerants, or maybe refrigerant technologies in the year 2024. Thank you very much for your participation, and goodbye.
And thank you, Peter.
Thank you, Peter.
Very much for all the work you did. It was very fine. Thank you very much, Peter. Sincerely.
Thank you all.